The 31-year-old $15 million per year average is the most ever for a running back over 30. This has been NFL Network Live on the Westwood One Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there, providing hot meals, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding.
To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Well, happy Thursday to you, the 15th day of May, 2025. Gorgeous day in the neighborhood. Perfect. Remember this morning in July and August, okay? Yeah. Anyway, I'm Carroll in the newsroom, Jared Anchondo. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning, Carroll.
Nice, brisk. Not chilly by any stretch, but just a beautiful morning, right?
Oh, yes. Beautiful morning.
Yes.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Okay. We'll leave the singing to the rascals, okay? Well, let's see. In the news from Hollywood, are you ready for this? Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo will perform songs from Wicked for a live NBC special coming up this fall. They're going to be live on stage in Los Angeles. It's ahead of the release of Wicked for Good. Grande and Erivo will spend 30 minutes singing, then 90 minutes crying and fangirling each other. Oh, yes. I can see it now, right?
Oh, fun.
Okay. And let's see, what else is going on? Oh, President Trump was in Saudi Arabia, and while there, he said he's going to rename the Persian Gulf the Gulf of Arabia. Yeah. He already renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America, right? Next, he's going to rename Alcatraz prison Mar-a-Lago. I can see that one coming too, right? Okay, what else is going on? Lots of things. The margarita taste-off, is that what it is, coming up this evening?
Battle of the Bars.
Battle of the Bars.
Yeah, Margarita Showdown.
Yes.
At the food bank.
Okay.
It's going to be a good time.
It should be fun. If they depended on you and me to, taste test or even participate, there'd be nobody there, right? I mix a good margarita, but no, not interested.
I think I've maybe twice have I ever had a margarita. I don't think I've ever ordered one for myself. I think I've just tasted one because my mom got one when I was younger. I snuck a drink, hey, let me try that.
Yeah, well, if you've tasted one twice, that's twice more than me. Happy birthday, actor-singer Anna Maria Alberghetti. She is 89. You don't remember, but I remember Wavy Gravy, the counterculture icon from the golden age of the 60s. Wavy Gravy, 89. How did he make it that far? Actor Gunilla Hutton from Petticoat Junction and Hee Haw is 83. Actor, singer Lainey Kazan, 83. Actor Chaz Palminteri is 79. Actor Nicholas Hammond is 75. Musician Mike Oldfield, 72. Actor Lee Horsley, 70. Actor David Charvet, 53. Actor Russell Hornsby, no relation to Bruce, 51. Actor David Krumholtz, 47. Actor Jamie Lynn Sigler, 44. Actor Alexandra Breckenridge is 43. Okay, local birthdays coming up.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Let's say happy birthday, Salvador Juarez, Annabelle Tarin, Terry Richardson, Eddie Dubois, Jorge Torres, Annabelle Coronado, Angelina Rodriguez, Luis Anthony Lopez, Jose Rascon, Jose Antonio Lopez, America Veliz, Cecilio Rosales, Clarissa Cosio, Jason Copenhagen, Jose Luis Munoz, Seth Cope, Tony Royer, Audrina Gonzalez, Paula Graff, and Becky McQueen Estrada. Happy birthday! And in the news, behind the news, Kim Kardashian is testifying in a Paris courtroom about jewels stolen from her in France way back in 2016. Poor Kim. She looks uncomfortable, which I suppose is understandable. It's the first time Kim has been in a courtroom where it didn't have something to do with Kanye West. Such a tough life. Okie dokie. We've got lots of news and information. We will update the weather for you. We'll go in depth, give you an idea what to expect as we head into the weekend. And it's a fun-filled weekend, and it starts tonight. So we'll get to all of that. Right now, let's take a look at World in California news headlines, brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. They deliver real-time updates about the air that we breathe.
CBS News Brief. Fed Chair Jerome Powell's warning of the possibility of what he calls more persistent supply shocks and higher interest rates because of President Trump's tariffs.
Longer-term interest rates are a good deal higher now, driven largely by real rates, given the stability of longer-term inflation expectations.
Tariffs also affecting consumer spending. Retail sales were up 0.1% last month. That's a sharp slowdown from the 1.7% gain in March. CBS's Emily Pandice.
People are waiting and seeing how tariff policy is going to impact their pocketbooks and impact prices before they go out and start buying things en masse.
After meeting with President Erdogan in Ankara, Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelensky canceled plans to attend peace talks in Istanbul after his Russian counterpart made the same decision. The BBC's Orla Garin is in Istanbul.
Despite having called for these talks himself, President Putin seems set to stay away.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news. LA County's district attorney says the admission by Eric and Lyle Menendez during their resentencing hearing this week that they killed their parents and admitted it was a criminal, selfish act is a good start down the road that could lead to their release.
If and when they do come fully clean, I believe that the parole board should very well consider them as eligible for parole.
DA Nathan Hochman has been opposing the brothers' release, citing their lack of accountability. A judge resentencing the brothers to 50 years to life, making them eligible for parole. A man, woman, and their adult daughter from Victorville accused of child abuse and torture. Neighbors there surprised.
It seemed like a normal family, I didn't see anything weird, anything strange. No, I just hope it's not true, because they seem like really good people.
Suspects set to appear in court today, accused of abusing 6 foster children between the ages of 4 and 16. Glenn Rogers, the so-called Casanova killer, set to die by lethal injection in Florida today. He was convicted of a string of murders of single mothers, stretching from California to Florida starting in 1995. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org and you'll get real-time information about the air that we breathe.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out collection letters, garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance. And you better watch out, because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it even harder to get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in taxpayer assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Let them fight on your behalf, helping to put your tax problems to rest. Call the tax professionals at Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
And it's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations in the valley, and a mobile service van that comes to you. Call El Centro Motors and schedule an appointment with the mobile service van. It's so easy.
Kxo News. Calexico man sentenced. A Calexico man has been sentenced for conspiring to smuggle unapproved pesticides and veterinary drugs into the United States. Here's George Gale.
60-year-old Ruben Montes of Calexico was sentenced to 16 months in prison and ordered to pay over $12,000 in forfeiture for conspiring to smuggle more than $3 million worth of Mexican pesticides and veterinary drugs not approved for use in the United States. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, Montes coordinated the smuggling operation since 2020. Court documents show that Montes' co-conspirators in Mexico bought the drugs, smuggled them into the United States, and then distributed them throughout the country. For KXL Local News, I'm George Gale.
Lane closures are scheduled at Holt Avenue and Imperial Avenue as part of an ATP Cycle 5 improvements. That's what the city of El Centro says, and they're saying look for closures at again, it's the intersection of Holt Avenue and Imperial Avenue. And it'll start today and be going on through tomorrow due to scheduled concrete work. This work is part of citywide active transportation program, the ATP cycle, call them Cycle 5 improvements, and which is focused on enhancing traffic safety for both motorists and pedestrians. The closures will be in place during construction hours and are expected to cause traffic delays in the area. Motorists are encouraged to plan ahead and use alternate routes when possible and exercise caution while traveling through the work zone. Again, it'll be an intersection of Holt Avenue and Imperial Avenue in El Centro today and tomorrow. KXO Local News Time, 7:42.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires guaranteed. Now we're talking Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. See a Quick Lane service advisor and get the best price guaranteed. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and they're conveniently located in the Brawley Auto Center, at the Imperial Valley Mall, at El Centro Motors, and their new mobile service van comes to you with no added charge.
Special meeting in Brawley. It's a city council meeting. Here is George Gale.
The special meeting will be held this afternoon. It starts at 12 noon. It'll be a closed session meeting. The only item on the agenda is the possible appointment of a permanent city manager. If the council
and debris onto the eastbound lanes. They were shut down by Caltrans in order to clean up the lanes. No injuries were reported. CHP says the investigation into the incident is continuing. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and the weather coming up next.
Page 1 of the local news is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations and a mobile service van at their locations in Brawley, at El Centro Motors, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Let's talk about it. Bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. or on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to KXORadio.com for a podcast of the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
And it's page 2 of the local news with a side of weather, all brought to you by Burgers and Beer. They serve the best burgers in town with daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, happy hour every day, 3 till 6 p.m.
Imperial County Arts Festival is coming. It's the 3rd annual Imperial County Arts Festival. Here is George Gale.
It is hosted by the Imperial County Office of Education. It'll be held this evening at the old Eucalyptus Schoolhouse. The event will showcase the artistic talent of 77 students, grade 6 through 12, representing 10 schools across Imperial County. Arts Festival will culminate in an awards ceremony for students and their families, recognizing the pieces in each category, including painting, drawing, sculpture, photography, and digital art. Gallery walk is from 6 to 6:30 p.m. The award ceremony starts at 6:30 p.m. this evening. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Governor is suggesting changes in health care for low-income illegals. Governor Gavin Newsom wants California to stop enrolling more low-income illegal immigrants in state-funded health care program. It would start in 2026 and begin charging those already enrolled a monthly premium for the following year. He said the idea is driven by a higher than expected price tag on the program and economic uncertainty from federal tariff policies. He said the changes would not affect the health care of children. The cost to expand the free program ran $2.7 billion more than the administration had anticipated. 66th annual commencement ceremony at SDSU Imperial Valley campus. They kick off the graduation season. Here's George Gale.
They kick off graduation season in Imperial County. Officials say a total of 350 students are expected to participate in the ceremony this evening. The 2025 commencement ceremony will be held at 7 p.m. at the Raleigh Carrillo Quad on SDSU IV campus in Calexico. Top 5 majors for the class of 2020. 70
shelter, and it ends today. So yeah, today's the last day for reduced adoption fees. They're only $25 to bring home a cute pet, a new best friend. The Imperial County Humane Society has plenty of puppies, dogs, kittens, and cats available for adoption. You visit the Humane Society shelter on Pico Avenue in El Centro anytime during business hours, and you can see your perfect pet. You can also view the available pets online at the Humane Society website. It's the last day. Yeah, get it while you can. And Margarita Showdown, we mentioned it earlier. Yeah, that's this afternoon from 6 until 10 p.m. at the Imperial Valley Food Bank. It's the Battle of the Bars, 4th annual Battle of the Bars, Margarita Showdown. Yeah, have a good time. KXO News Time, 7:48. We'll take a look at local weather next.
Hungry for the best burger in town or an ice-cold beer? Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? Get drink specials all day like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. For May specials, try our Pineapple Martini or an ice-cold bottle of Busch Light for $3.99. May plate a month is a machaca torta. And we now offer a new seasonal dessert, the Churro Ice Cream Sandwich. Burgers and Beer, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Open daily starting at 9. Burgers and Beer, for the best burger in town.
According to the National Weather Service, expect near to below normal temperatures through the beginning of next week. This tranquil weather will begin to change by Saturday as a fast-moving shortwave trough dives southwestward through California, bringing increasing winds to the Imperial Valley. Look for temperatures to remain near seasonal normals. Medium to high potential for hot temperatures and widespread moderate heat risk return late next week. 87 are high in the valley yesterday, 58 the overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 92. West wind about 5 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 64. West wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Sunny on Friday with a high near 95. Southwest wind about 5 miles an hour. Saturday, sunny with a high near 91. West-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, picking up to 15 to 20 miles an hour in the afternoon with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. Sunny on Sunday with a high near 83. West winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 30 miles an hour. We have 73 degrees, 27% relative humidity, wind out of the west-northwest, 325 miles an hour. Air quality is good throughout the valley. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer. The place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
Rush Steel Supply is the #1 steel distributor in the Imperial Valley that's been serving the valley for over 14 years. They have an extended inventory of carbon steel, structural steel, plow steel, plates, spars, pipes, and a whole lot more. And all of their products are stored indoors, and they deliver throughout the Imperial Valley. Visit their website, rushsteelsupply.com, or see the inventory for yourself at 703 East Main Street, El Centro. When you think steel, think Rush.
Taste so you mean pride.
And it's Sports Time. Sports Time is brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Hospital, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. The world's top-ranked golfer and the most recent major champion come into the PGA Championship. And we've got coverage from Quail Hollow starting this morning. Scotty Scheffler is the favorite to win. Just barely edging out Rory McIlroy for the top spot on the bookies sheets. Taking a look at NBA basketball, the Celtics stormed back and beat up on the Knicks 127-102. New York still leads that series 3-2. Timberwolves topped the Warriors 121-110. Minnesota wins the West semifinal series 4-1. And coming up, it's the Thunder and the Nuggets. They will meet this evening.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
Major League Baseball action. The Padres held on. Padres took the Angels 5-1. Meanwhile, the Dodgers dumped the Athletics 9-3. Astros over the Royals 4-3. Rangers rolled the Rockies 8-3. You can change the manager, but you still have minor league players. Twins over the Orioles 6-3. Phillies nipped the Cardinals 2-1. Brewers beat the Guardians 9-5. Diamondbacks edged the Giants 8-7. Twins topped the Orioles 8-6 in Game 2 of their doubleheader. The Yankees edged the Mariners 3-2. And elsewhere, the Cardinals beat up on the Phillies 14-7. That was a makeup game from a rainout earlier this week. Tigers edged the Red Sox 6-5. Blue Jays beat the Rays 3-1. Pirates blanked the Mets 4-0. The White Sox won. They beat the Reds 4-2. Nationals nipped the Braves 5-4. And the Marlins over the Cubs 3-1. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and the Kansas City Chiefs will be featured on at least 8 standalone games during the upcoming NFL season. Their Super Bowl rematch against the Eagles, that's not going to be one of them. Well, it's all about Taylor. That's it for Sports Time. Don't forget coverage of the PGA Championship starting today on AM 1230. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Hospital. Log on to pmht.org for more information about Pioneers. We're going to roll right into financial news and weather. Brought to you this morning. Protecting you, your home, your business, 24 hours a day, 365 days every year. Dick's Sporting Goods is reportedly closing in on a major purchase in the sporting goods space. Dick's, which is the largest sporting goods retailer in the country, is nearing a deal to acquire rival Foot Locker. If finalized, the agreement is reportedly worth $2.3 billion and could be wrapped up as early as today. Meanwhile, U.S. wholesale prices sank in April, logging their biggest monthly drop since COVID stifled the economy, as tariffs put a squeeze on profit margins, according to new data released today. The Producer Price Index, a closely watched measurement of wholesale inflation, showed that the prices paid to U.S. producers dropped 0.5% in April from the month before. On an annual basis, inflation slowed to 2.4% from 3.4% in March. Economists were expecting monthly prices to rise by 0.2% and to slow to 2.4% on an annual basis. A driving force behind the downward monthly swing, 1.7% plunge in trade services, a category that measures gross margins for wholesalers and retailers. Speaking of retailers, Walmart, the largest retailer, says, we may be raising prices. According to Walmart's president, President Donald Trump's tariffs are too high and will raise prices on some items. As Trump's global trade war increases Walmart's cost. We will do our best to keep our prices as low as possible, but given the magnitude of the tariffs, even at the reduced levels announced this week, we aren't able to absorb all the pressure given the reality of narrow retail margins, said CEO Doug McMillon. The higher tariffs will result in higher prices. Taking a look at the big board right now, we see red, except for gold. Gold is up $18.80 an ounce. Meanwhile, the Dow off 96 points at 41,957. The S&P 500 is at 5,879. That's off 13. And the NASDAQ off 122 points at 19,025. Oil, well, it's down again. Oil is down $1.61 a barrel.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in the Imperial Valley and Coachella Valley. The mission has always been to protect your property, whether it's your home, business, or construction.